multi-dimensional, blah, 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 blah. This smells amazing. Hey guys, welcome back. So got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I was absolutely loving this sort of, especially eye look this week. This like rusty, warm, mostly matte sort of an eye look. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with it. So I have several things that I use to create it, several new goodies, mostly new goodies actually this week. So yeah, some fun things to chat about. So let's get to it. Okay, so first off, Too Faced was so super sweet and sent me a beautiful package of some of their new products, and I'm obsessed with both of them. So first off is the Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadow, and there were a couple of colors that really stood out to me, and there's one in particular that is mainly what kind of gives this sort of look. Oh my gosh. So let me see, let me read some about these. Here's the outside box. Here's the actual little container for them. So it says, this innovative 2-in-1 whipped liquid eyeshadow formula delivers rich, intense, chocolate-scented matte color in skin-centric cocoa tones that can be worn alone for an airbrushed finish or as a pigmented primer that locks down for 24 hours of crease-proof, waterproof wear. So, two colors that I was especially loving, Chocolate Bunny and Chocolate Chai. Chocolate Chai is the one that is super warm tone. So here's what they look like. So first off, Chocolate Bunny is more of a, I would say like, kind of mid to deep toned milk chocolate is how I would describe this one. And then Chocolate Chai is more of that super warm, rusty sort of color. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I have worn these several different ways. I've worn them by themselves with no other shadows, just as the shadows, and then I've worn them, I'm trying to think. I was gonna say like as an all over shadow color, which yes, but I've worn a couple of them that way. And then also today I'm wearing them as a base with some other powder shadows. So there they are right there. They dry down to be matte. They are super long wearing. So even by themselves, they wear so well. I mean, I applied them with a synthetic brush and you can use them as shadows. I mean, they take a little bit more blending because they are a liquid cream sort of a shadow formula. But I mean, I haven't found them difficult to work with for being a liquid shadow. And then the wear time is just so good. But that color right there, oh my goodness, just applied lightly with a synthetic brush kind of in my outer corner and then brought just a little bit into my crease. It ends up creating that super warm tone sort of look. I do have some shadows with it, but you can get the idea right there of what it looks like. Just amazing. I am so impressed with these. I'm loving them so far. And also for eyes, I have been testing out some CColor Cosmetics palettes, and I was especially loving this one this week. So pretty. I really like the packaging on this. It's so happy with the fun bright yellow, and then it's got this really beautiful metallic-y fuchsia around the outside of the letters. I really like that. So I like the packaging. I think this is supposed to be a dupe for one of the Kylie palettes, I think. Maybe a summer palette she had. I'd have to look it up, but you can see. Super warm tone palette, but it also does have some cool tones in here too. So, I mean, you could go for more of those, like this one, this one, this one, this one. Those are a little bit more cool tone, but I was mainly playing with, like on my eyes today, I have this one mixed with a little bit of this, and then a little bit of this, and then a little bit of this in my outer corner. These are really nice and pigmented. They are a pretty soft shadow formula, so they do kick up quite a bit of product in the pan. And I get a little bit of fallout on my face, but not that much fallout on my face. It's more just kind of kick up in the pan is what I notice the most. So there it is right there. So fun. I mean, you just see that like super rich, pretty color. This pairs really nicely with that Too Faced shadow, just because it's still in that rusty sort of family, but it's slightly more burgundy like burgundy wine. And it got weird right there because of my knuckle. So that's a weird knuckle swatch, so don't mind that. It doesn't look like that on the eyes. I put just a little bit of this kind of in my outer corner and then brought it over onto my lid. Really was mostly just doing matte shadow looks. Usually I like metallic and sparkle and all that, but especially with this sort of color, I was really enjoying just that all matte sort of a look. So that's what I got today, and that's what I was doing most of this week. And then bronzer and blush favorite for the week, I was kind of wearing it as both, is this guy right here. Too Faced also sent this to me. This is the Diamond Light Diamond Fire Bronzer. Super cute packaging, looks like a little jewelry box. I love it. And the actual bronzer itself, so adorable. Looks like a little ring box. And you open it up, this is what it looks like. You can tell I've already started to put a dent in this. I've worn it so much, I'm starting to wear away at the word Too Faced. So yeah, I have been loving this. When I first saw this, I did not know if this would work for me. It looked like it might be a little bit dark. It looks more like an eyeshadow. They say that you can definitely wear it as an eyeshadow, and I did wear it as an eyeshadow, and it's beautiful that way. But I wondered if this would work on my cheeks, and it totally does. And I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Oh my goodness, look at it right there. It's got this kind of rosy, reddish sort of an undertone to it. So it looks very natural and sun-kissed. Beautiful. And because it has that rosy reddish sort of a tone to it, it works really well as a blush and bronzer sort of all-in-one product. Beautiful. And it blends out really nicely. It just looks so sun-kissed and sweet and bronzy. Oh my goodness. So this is what I have on my cheeks right now. I do have another highlighter up here, so I'll mention that to you in a second. But this is what I have as my bronzer and my blush today. I absolutely love it. I will say I do think it can start to accentuate some texture if you build it up quite a bit. I mean, it does take quite a bit of building to get to that point, but I can start to see some texture right in here. And I think it's because it has super, super tiny micro shimmer in it. I mean, it is almost undetectable. I have to really look at it to even see it, but it is definitely there. It is teeny tiny, golden micro shimmer, but it's really pretty. So it's only when you just build it up a ton does it get to that point. I love it. I am loving it. It's so pretty. And it can be one of those like quick get you out the door sort of products. You can throw it on your cheeks, put a little bit on your eyes, and it's so pretty. It's awesome. And I've been testing out this highlighter. Becca sent this to me through Octoly to test out. So this is the Becca Ignite Liquefied Light Highlighter, and this is in the shade Acceptance. This is a big old container. You get a lot of product in here. That's what it looks like. It is 1.5 fluid ounces, so a lot of product. Let's see what it says about it. It says, harness the power of liquefied light with Becca's weightless face and body highlighter. Multi-dimensional micro pearls are suspended in our crystal gel formula to give skin a hyper gloss glow. Infused with an energizing fragrance blend of juicy pineapple, fresh coconut, and orange flower notes, the pearlized formula and uplifting scent provides a multi-sensory experience that ignites optimism and lights you up, outside in, inside out. Enriched with sunflower oil and vitamin E to nourish and soften, this highlighter provides a seamless application. So let me show you a swatch of this on the back of my hand. So it does have a pump, really nice, like fancy feeling packaging to it. Little bit goes a long way with it, so I have way too much product here. So you're gonna see a lot of product. So let me put a little bit over here just to show how a little bit goes a long way. I mean, you don't need that much. So this over here, that's a lot of highlighter. And I like barely touched it. This is a really, I don't know how to describe it, hydrating feeling sort of formula. I can tell that it has an oil in it because it feels very hydrating. So if you have dry skin, I think you would really, really like this because I don't think it's gonna look super dry on you because it's got that hydration to it. And it does have this really glossy, metallic sort of finish on the skin. This would be beautiful mixed with your foundation. I mean, really pretty. You can see up there, it almost looks wet. Really cool. So definitely very metallic, really pretty. This is kind of like a pinky peachy pearl sort of a color is how I would describe it. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the scent, which how it's described, it sounds like it would be really fruity, which I love fruity scents, but I think because it says orange flower notes, it's very, to me, it smells like a mature fragrance. Like I would not be able to tell if there is pineapple or coconut in here at all. It smells more florally and musky, so I just don't like the scent of it. That's really the main negative to it. I love everything else about it, and that's totally personal preference. Everybody loves different types of scents. For me personally, this is not the type of scent that I like, but if it were fruity, I would super love that. So I like the idea of a fruity scented highlighter. Just something about it is a little bit too musky to it, but I love the way it looks on the skin. So if you like those kind of musky, florally sort of scents, I think you would like it because it is a really pretty highlighter. Okay, and then lastly, this highlighter that I have higher up on my cheekbones, kind of the sides of my temples, and then also my gloss. So favorite highlighter and favorite gloss or lip product for the week is this little duo right here. Just got this recently. This is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm Baby Travel Luminizing Set. So you get the Diamond Balm All Over Diamond Veil, and you get the Gloss Balm Universal Lip Luminizer. Y'all know I love cute little tiny makeup. More affordable, small, and adorable. Great for travel, throwing in your purse. It's a great way to try new products. Or really just, I mean, even if it's a product you've had before, sometimes I just like the tinier sides. It's so fun. Okay, so I have been eyeing this highlighter, so I figured getting it in a little tiny duo was a perfect way of getting it, and this is still gonna last me a long time. So this is the Diamond Balm in How Many Carats? Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. And look how cute. It's so adorable. I love it. This is a really interesting, different sort of a formula of highlighter. Some people are gonna hate this, but some people are gonna love it. So it all depends on what you're looking for in a highlighter. I love this because I feel like it's really something different that's done very well. So it is this glossy, silky, almost creamy sort of a formula to it, but glossy is probably the best way of describing it. There's really not a lot of color base to it. It's not super metallic or anything. It is truly more of a gloss with a shimmer in it. So if you don't like shimmer, this is not the highlighter for you because that's basically what it all is. It's just a shimmery highlight with not a lot of color base to it, but it has this glossiness to it. But look how absolutely beautiful it is. You can really blend it out and it ends up being very subtle and just light catching and pretty. You can put it on top of something else to give it a different color base to it. So put it over like a more golden highlighter or a more pinky highlighter, and then you just get this really pretty shimmery top coat to it. So beautiful. And really, for it being a shimmer, I don't feel like it accentuates texture that badly, and I think it's because it has that sort of glossy, almost hydrating formula to it. It really is very cool, a different sort of a highlighter. I'm a big fan of this. And I love this little gloss too. So this is in the shade Fussy, cute little packaging to it. It's what I have on my lips right now. I also am wearing Wet n Wild Bare to Comment liner, but then also my natural lips are pigmented. So that's a lot of what you're seeing is just my natural lip color. But this is a very pretty kind of rosy, mauve-y pink. This smells amazing. Like strawberry gum. That's the best way I can think of to describe it. Strawberry gum. And it's awesome. It smells so yummy. I'm like, don't want to waste it as I'm putting this swatch. I'm like, careful, just a small amount. So there it is right there. It's kind of right in between not a lot of pigment and super pigmented. Kind kind of right in the middle, but it's really glossy. So it catches the light. It's very pretty on the lips. Has a little bit of tackiness to it. Not a ton, but just enough to adhere it to the lips. But it is a thicker sort of a gloss formula to it. But I really like it. I think it's comfortable on the lips. So pretty on the lips. Smells amazing. I really like this very neutral, rosy sort of color. Okay guys, so those are all my favorites. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you've been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video.